Hi, this is Hardball Retro. Welcome to the Retro Dome. Today we're going to be reviewing the final standings, doing a recap of the playoffs, and we're going to be doing the first game of the World Series for the Hardball Retro Originals 1980 through 1984 half-decade season replay. So we're currently looking at the overall final standings. The Royals posted the most victories here. And I'm just going to pull this up on my other screen. For each, we ran 10 seasons. The Royals won 4 of them, so they were declared the winners. You get a point for each season that you lead. If you tie for the most victories, you get a half point. So the Royals scored 4 points. They're the overall winners for the season replay. We do the postseason just as an exercise. It's more for fun than for anything else, but the Royals do notch the victory here. So they had 4 points. The Athletics and Cardinals had 2 points apiece. The Dodgers had 1.5 because they tied in season 7 with the Red Sox with 94 wins that year. So again, we've got Royals with 4, Athletics 2, Cardinals 2, Dodgers 1.5, and Royals a half point. For the postseason, we look at the best team in each division. We've got the Royals leading the American League West. Also, we do the playoffs similar to how they were played in that half decade. So this is 4 teams in the playoffs, 1 from each division. So it's a championship series followed by the World Series. There's no wild card here. So the A's, unfortunately, do not make the playoffs. The Cardinals make it in the NL East, the Reds in the NL West. And as you see, the Dodgers, just by 1 game, don't make the playoffs. And Boston is the representative for the American League East. So that's the overall standings here. Just scroll down a little bit so you can see the full list. So 1980 through 84 originals. Again, the originals are 40-man rosters with the players. It's the players who where they signed their first professional MLB contract. So you'll find like Dave Winfield will always be on the Padres. Ricky Henderson will always be on the A's, and so forth. So the Padres with the worst record here. And since this was a 10-season replay, you can easily divide these by 10 and see that they averaged 100 losses, whereas the Royals averaged basically 97 wins per year. All right, let's get out of here, and we'll go do a quick recap of the championship series, and then we'll start World Series Game 1. All right, so go to the schedule. Go back to month view. Got to go back. Go back to our first game in the series here. There we go. Scroll down. All right, so game 1, and we'll do both of these, and then we'll move forward. So we had Boston, Kansas City, and we have Cincinnati, St. Louis. So Boston, this was at Kauffman Stadium. Boston defeated KC 7-5. Carlton Fisk, 2 for 4, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Take a look at the box here. 7-5 final. Fisk is 4 RBIs, leading the way. Fred Lynn with a homer. Couple hits out of Wade Boggs, Cecil Cooper. Pretty stacked lineup for Boston here. Royals, 4 hits for Willie Wilson. Couple of RBIs there. Hal Cowens with a homer. Pat Sheridan, 2 hits. All right, look at the pitching lines. Mike Smithson. Okay, not a great line. Gets the victory anyway. Here's your relief corps. Bob Stanley nailing down the save. And Dennis Leonard taking the loss, 7 innings, 7 earned. And Greg Minton, 2 scoreless for KC. All right, so that's game 1 in the American League Championship Series. And we've got Cincinnati, St. Louis here. Game summary. St. Louis 7-6 victory. Jose Cruz led the offense, 2 for 5 with a homer and 2 RBI. Box score for the Reds, we had Johnny Bench, 3 for 3. 2 RBI. Hal McRae, 2 RBI. And pretty decent lineup here. Came up a little bit short. Cardinals. That's a really good lineup. Cruz, homer, 2 RBIs. Keith Hernandez, 2 hits. Solo shot. Leon Durham, Mumphrey, Templeton, all 2 hits. Mario Soto, no decision. And Tom Hume got pretty much lit up there, although they were 3 unearned runs, but he did give up 4 hits and a walk, so he's saddled with the loss. Steve Carlton, no decision here, but Luis De Leon picks up the victory in relief with the inning in the 3rd scoreless. All right, and then we will move on to our game 2. Red Sox Royals. Red Sox take it 6-1. Game summary. Tudor picked up the win. Help from Rick Burleson. 1 for 4 homer and 3 RBIs. The Rooster, Rick Burleson. Jim Rice also homered. Fisk with 3 hits. Freddie Lynn with a triple, 2 RBIs. Dewey Evans, couple of hits there. And for the Royals, not a whole lot going on here. Brett, 2 hits. Don Slaught with an RBI. John Tudor, 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 Ks. And Oil Can Boyd makes a relief appearance, scoreless inning. Bobby Castillo for the Royals, 4 innings, 6 earned. Quisenberry, a couple scoreless, 3 scoreless out of Saberhagen. But the Royals lose back-to-back games at home. That's usually not a good sign. And let's take a look at Reds Cardinals here. And the Cardinals go up 2-0 at home with a 10-3 victory, 19 hits on the day. For the Reds, Eddie Milner, 4-hit game. He was pretty much the offense here. Concepcion, couple of hits. We've got Keith Hernandez, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Home runs by Simmons and Kennedy. Up and down the lineup, everybody got a hit except for Ken Oberkfell. 3 hits by Mumphrey, Kennedy, Templeton, Hernandez. Wow. Joaquin Andujar took the loss. Bill Dawley and Bill Scherer also got beat up in the bullpen. John Denny, actually no decision for Denny. Victor Cruz with the win in relief, 3 innings, 1 run. And Bill Caudle with a scoreless Ninth inning. All right, so Boston and the Cardinals in command here. Game number 3. These are best 3 out of 5 back in the early 80s, so that's how we did it. Boston takes the series 3-0. They came home to Fenway, scored 5 in the first there, and that was all they needed. Although the Royals made it interesting, 5-4 final. Wilson, Wathan, couple of hits, 3 hits from Cowens. Ken Phelps homered late, looks like 8th inning, as a pinch hitter. Boston, 2 RBI from Cooper, Dave Stapleton. You can see the 5 runs consecutively there. Atlee Hammaker taking the loss, going the distance for the Royals. And Bruce Hurst gets the win. Stanley picked up his second save. Boston advances to the World Series, beating the favored Royals there. Sorry, this one here. Reds 2-1. They stay in it. Reds at home, 2 runs in the second, and that was good enough to win. 2-hitter. Cardinals generating no offense except for Jose Cruz after that 19-hit game, right? That's how it works sometimes, though. Gary Redus, 2 RBIs. Stolen base by Johnny Bench. Concepcion, a couple of hits. Jerry Royce took the loss. Complete game, 8 innings, 2 earned. Joe Actual Retail Price with the victory, 8 innings, 2 hits. 2 walks, 3 Ks, 1 earned run. Tom Hume gets the save. And then we go to game 4 in the NLCS. And it looks like that one's going to go to the Redbirds, 10-6. The Redbirds advance to the series to square off against Boston. We had Oberkfell with a couple of hits, 3 RBIs. Homer. Simmons homered. Same deal. 2 for 5. Homer, 3 RBIs. Leon Durham, 3 RBIs, couple of hits. Cruz and Herr, also pair of hits. On the Red side, they did score 6. Joel Youngblood, home run, 2 RBIs. Johnny Bench, 2 hits, 2 ribbies. Tony Perez, 2 hits. Griffey Sr., 2 hits. Stolen base. Steve Carlton gets the victory. 6 earned runs, not a great outing, but gets the W. And Mario Soto took the loss. So Carlton will not be available for game 1 of the series. Make a note there. Bill Dawley roughed up again there. Okay, so we are on to game 1 of the World Series. And let's get started. All right, play ball. No. Mike Smithson, John Denny, 2 right-handers. Computer's going to manage both teams. I will set the lineups, though. Probably leave the defaults. Red Sox Cardinals. We are using the DH for all of these games. Playoffs, World Series, regular season, all DH. All right, well, there's Boston's lineup. We're at St. Louis, and we're facing a righty. I don't see anybody on the bench that we would replace or place into the lineup here. Let's just see who their other bench player is. Rich Gedman. You know, Gedman and Witt, on many other teams would probably be in starting lineup. But here they're not playing over Fisk and they're not playing over Ogilvy at DH, so just no room at the end, right? For the Cardinals, let's see what we got here. Again, pretty sound lineup here from top to bottom. You've got a pretty stacked bench, even McBride, Montanez, Herndon, Reitz, and Pendleton, and Andy Van Slyke even. All right, let's play ball. All right, welcome to Busch Stadium 2. Mike Smithson versus John Denny, Game 1 of the Hardball Retro Originals, 1980 to 84 World Series. Denny sets and delivers, swung on. There's a little blooper into left field for a base hit. Coming up to get it is Cruz, and that's a single for Wade Boggs. So Dwight Evans steps in. Boggs at first. Throw over to first, and Boggs just gets back. That'll cut a step off of that big lead. Waved at and missed. Evans was fooled badly and goes down swinging. Cecil Cooper steps in. Fly ball to center. Mumphrey is there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Jim Rice, left fielder. Grounded to second. Herr fields it, throws to Hernandez for the out. So nothing doing in the top of the first for Boston, and here comes the Redbirds. Ken Oberkfell leading off. Grounded to short, fielded there by Burleson, and he throws to Cooper for the out. That'll bring up the lefty, Jose Cruz. Smithson cranks and fires. Swung on. There's a high fly ball to deep center. Lynn is there, measuring for the wall, but he runs out of room. Home run for Cruz, and just like that, St. Louis has taken a 1-0 lead. Here's Keith Hernandez. Right in his wheelhouse, and he just blew it by him. Battle was won decisively by Smithson. Fly ball to center. Lynn is there, and he makes the catch for the out. That'll do it. But the Cardinals take the 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the second. Here's Ben Ogilvy. Inside, ball 4. Carlton Fisk. Grounded down to third, fielded by Oberkfell, and he throws to Herr for the out. So fielder's choice. Fisk on at first now. Fred Lynn. Swung on. Wow, he chased a bad ball there, and he goes down, strike 3. John Denny with the strikeout. And Marty Barrett steps up with 2 down, and Fisk holding fairly close to first. Hit on the ground and into center field. Coming over to get it is Mumphrey. Single for Barrett, and Fisk advances to second. And now we have Rick Burleson, number 9 hitter. Grounder, second base, fielded by her. Flips it to first for the out. And the Cardinals coming up. Ted Simmons digs in. Stares out at Smithson. There's a deep drive to center. Wow. No doubt about that one. A monstrous home run for Simmons. It carries well into the seats. And it's a 2-0 lead for St. Louis. Here's Terry Kennedy. And that ball is absolutely crushed to left field. Rice just turns and watches. A towering home run for Kennedy. So back-to-back jacks for the Cards. And it's 3-0 for the hometown team. Jerry Mumphrey swung on, lined sharply to left, down the line and headed for the corner. Mumphrey is off to the races and now digging for third, and safe with a triple. Gary Templeton, nobody out. Mumphrey on third. Hard grounder to third, fielded by Boggs, and he throws to Cooper for the out. Mumphrey has to hold. So we got 1 down, runner on third. Tommy Herr, the number 9 hitter for the Cards. Deep fly ball to right, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Single for Herr. Scoring from third is Mumphrey. 1 down, Herr at first base, Oberkfell the batter. And that's outside for ball 4. Smithson doesn't believe it. He pounds his glove in frustration. Herr advances down to second. We've got 2 aboard with 1 out. Jose Cruz homered in his first trip. Fly ball to right. Evans is there, and he makes the catch for the out. No advancement by Herr. And here's Keith Hernandez. 2 down, 2 runners aboard. Grounder down to first. Cooper fields it, and he beats Hernandez to the bag for the out. So that'll do it. Cardinals score 3, and they now lead 4-0 after 2. Go back to the top of the order for Boston. Here's Wade Boggs facing John Denny. Well hit to center. No chance for Mumphrey. It's off the wall. He finally chases it down, and Boggs is headed to second with a double. Dewey Evans. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Evans will take a seat. Cecil Cooper. Runner on second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the pitcher, taken there by Denny. No, it goes under his glove, and that's an error on Denny. Boggs advancing to third. So Jim Rice, runners on first and third. Hardliner to Herr, and snagged. Rice is out, runners hold. Ben Ogilvie, runners at the corners, 2 down. Deep fly to right. Durham is there. He settles under it, makes the catch for the out. We go to the bottom of the third. St. Louis up 4-zip. Leon Durham to the dish. 0 for 1. Light out to center in his first at bat. And this one, Smithson blows it right past him for strike 3. So Durham grabs some pine, and Ted Simmons is up. He's DHing today with Kennedy behind the dish. And strike 3. So here's Terry Kennedy, 1 for 1 with a homer and an RBI. Hard ground ball. That's going to get through the infield. Rice cuts it off in a hurry, and that's a single for Kennedy. That'll bring up Jerry Mumphrey, 1 for 1 today with a triple. Ball 4. So Kennedy down to second. We've got 2 outs, 2 aboard. Gary Templeton. Hot grounder to short, fielded by Burleson, and he throws over to Cooper for the out. So that'll do it. And the Red Sox finally put up a goose egg. Carlton Fisk is up. Top of the 4th. Oh, another error by Denny. Goes right through his legs. So Fisk is on first. Fred Lynn's up. Hard grounder to her. Fields it. Fires to Templeton. Guns it over to Hernandez at first for the double play. Just like that, there's 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Marty Barrett, Sox second baseman, and Denny slips a breaking ball by him. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for Boston. After 3.5, it's St. Louis 4, Boston 0. Standing in is the number 9 hitter, Tommy Herr, 1 for 1 with an RBI today. Grounds this one to Burleson. Fires over to Cooper for the out. Ken Oberkfell, the batter. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Deep fly to right. Evans camps under it, makes the catch. 2 away. And Jose Cruz will step in. He's got a home run on the day. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. And that one's high for ball 4. And here's Keith Hernandez, 0 for 2. 2 down. Cruz on first. The whiff. And we've played 4. St. Louis 4, Boston nothing. Rick Burleson due up, 0 for 1 on the day. Then he delivers. Soft grounder down to second. Herr scoops it, throws over to Hernandez for the out. Boggs hits a fly ball to left. Cruz is there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And here's Dwight Evans, Boston's right fielder, batting in the number 2 hole today. Well hit to right field. Durham is going back, but he has no chance. And that one's well into the cheap seats for a home run. So that'll put Boston on the board. They now trail by 3. Cecil Cooper steps in. Hard hit on the ground and into right field. Coming over to get it is Durham. Single for Cooper. Jim Rice steps in 0 for 2 so far. Shallow fly to left. Cruz is there and he makes the catch. Boston gets one. And it's now a 4-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Leon Durham strolling up to the plate. There's a fly ball, center field. Fred Lynn's there, and he makes the catch for the out. Ted Simmons, Simba, 1 for 2 with a homer today. Shallow fly. Lynn races in and makes the grab. 2 down. Terry Kennedy, 2 for 2 with a homer. That one's in the dirt, ball 4. Kennedy to first. So Jerry Mumphrey checks in, 1 for 1 on the day. Walk in a triple. Liner to center. Lynn is there and he makes the grab. Out number 3. We're through 5 with the Cardinals up 4-1 over the Red Sox. Game 1 of the 1980 through 84 Hardball Retro Original World Series. And Ben Ogilvy steps in, facing John Denny. There's a fly ball to center. Mumphrey takes a couple steps, makes the catch. Carlton Fisk. Line hard. That ball is absolutely hammered to center field. No chance for Mumphrey. He'll play it off the wall, and that one's going to be a 2-bagger for Pudge Fisk. So he's down at second, taking his lead. Freddie Lynn's in there. Lynn looks at ball 4. So first and second, 1 out, Marty Barrett. Deep fly ball, and Cruz will not get there in time. That's a single for Barrett. Fisk advances to third. Lynn advances to second. So bases juiced. Nowhere to put Rick Burleson, number 9 hitter, known as the Rooster. There's a hard shot down the first baseline, off the bag and into right field. That'll slow it down just enough for Durham to cut it off. So everybody advances 1 base. And Boston now has 2 on the board. It's a 4-2 game. Wade Boggs is the batter. Top of the lineup for the Sox. Grounder to Templeton. Lynn is trying to score a great throw home, and he is out at the plate. So we still have bases loaded, but they cut the runner down. And that was a gutsy play. Here's Evans, 1 for 3 with a homer today. Bases loaded, 2 down. Hard grounder to Denny. Oh, he actually fields this one. Throws it over to Hernandez, and that's out number 3. So Boston inches closer. They now trail by 2. Gary Templeton, number 8 hitter for the Cardinals, due up. Mike Smithson's still out there somehow. Deep fly to left. Rice is there, and he makes the catch. Smithson kind of recovered from a rough first couple of innings there, settled in. Shallow fly to left. Rice is there. And we'll corral that one for out number 2. Ken Oberkfell. Pops it up to third. Easy out for Boggs. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After 6, it's St. Louis 4, Boston 2. We go to the 7th. Cecil Cooper, Jim Rice, Ben Oglivie do up. Middle of the Red Sox order. John Denny delivers. There's a fly ball to center, slicing away from Mumphrey. He can't get to it. It gets by him and gets to the wall, and that's a 2-base knock for Cooper. De Leon slowly makes his way from the pen, and the fans in right field are offering some supportive cheers. So Luis De Leon on in relief of John Denny, trying to hold down this 4-2 lead. There's a grounder down to third, fielded by Oberkfell, and he throws to Hernandez for the out. Cooper holds at second, so Rice is out. And here's Oglivie with a chance to tie it up here. Grounds it down to first. Hernandez fields and beats Oglivie to the bag. Cooper advances over to third. So 2 down, runner on third. Carlton Fisk is up. And Fisk flies to left. Out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And Smithson strikes out Jose Cruz for out number 1. Here's Keith Hernandez, 0 for 3 today. Swung on and missed. So Smithson has found something here in the middle innings. He's hanging in there. Here comes Leon Durham. And he's going to ground out to Barrett for the 3rd out. So we go to the top of the 8th. St. Louis clinging to a 4-2 lead. And we've got 7, 8, and 9 coming up for Boston. Here's Fred Lynn. Hard hit on the ground and into right field. Coming over to get it is Durham, and that's a single for Lynn. Marty Barrett, 2 for 3 today. There's a ground ball to her. Steps on the bag and fires to Hernandez. Double play. 2 down. Burleson coming up. That's a swing and a miss. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Smithson is still in there. I'm a little bit surprised, but Ted Simmons, hard liner down to Boggs, snares it for out number 1. Terry Kennedy, 2 for 2. Walk, homer, RBI, run scored. Pops it up to second. And Barrett settles under it, makes the grab for out number 2. Jerry Mumphrey, 1 for 2 today with a triple and a walk. Fly ball to right. Evans is there and he makes the catch. All right, we've played 8, and St. Louis is up 4-2. They're going to the bullpen, and it looks like Bill Caudle is coming on in relief. And Ken Reitz is going to be a defensive replacement over at third for Oberkfell. Caudle delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3. Boggs sits down. He had no chance at that slider. So 1 away, Dwight Evans. And that's a bullet on the ground. Too hot to handle, and that's going to whiz right on by. Cruz is in on it quickly. Single for Dwight Evans. So got the tying run at the plate, Cecil Cooper. Swing and a miss. Cooper was fooled badly by that breaking ball. 2 down. Jim Rice. 0 for 4 today. Swung on and missed. Down goes Rice, and that will do it. Final score: St. Louis 4, Boston 2. And we will save and exit. Yes. We'll take a quick look at the box here. John Denny picked up the win. Terry Kennedy, 2 for 3, walk homer. 2 hits by Boggs, Evans, Cooper, Barrett. Home run by Dwight Evans. For the Cardinals, we had home runs by Cruz, Simmons, and Kennedy. 2 hits by Kennedy. Smithson goes the distance, takes the loss. John Denny gets the win. De Leon gets the hold with 2 strong scoreless innings there. And Bill Caudle, 3 strikeouts, gets the save. So St. Louis takes the 1-0 lead in the World Series. And we will pick this up with World Series Game 2. So until then, keep playing ball, and we'll see you soon.